today is actually preparing a Figma file in which I will set up an e-commerce product page, which I'll build in Relume as well. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I will record a video about A/B testing next week. So a lot of people are building Webflow websites, but A/B testing is something that doesn't happen too often. And it's super important because if you do have, for example, maybe 100 conversions each week, maybe 400 a month, or say 1,000 a month to keep it easy for me, because yes, it is Friday afternoon. If you have 1,000 conversions every month and you can increase it by 1%, you have 10 more conversions every month. But if you have 100,000 conversions, things will add up. So don't bother if you have like 5 conversions each month. It's not worth the trouble. But anyway, I'm gonna prepare that video, especially for e-commerce. It's super handy, and we'll Hello, hello? Hmm. Chris? Hello. Now it has a mic. Okay. Hi, no audio. Thanks. All right. That was only the first 40 minutes of the stream. Let me just double check because I think someone else. Yeah. Thanks, Peter. Should have checked the stream earlier, but if everything goes well, there should now be audio. And let me just double check. Mm-hmm. Unfortunate. But anyway, here we are. So good afternoon for those who just tuned in now or just getting audio just now. My apologies. What we are actually doing is preparing a YouTube video for next week. So next week I'll be shooting a YouTube video about running A/B tests within Figma, or sorry, within Webflow using Relume, and we're now setting up the page. So I took the liberty of drawing some inspiration or as a demo using the Drukwerkdeal website, which is a Dutch print e-commerce system. And yeah, we're just preparing things. So we're setting up the digital identity and taking it from there. Just 1 second. There we go. To make it a little bit more realistic, I want to make sure that we're kind of matching a few things. It doesn't have to be an exact copy, but I do want to get as close as possible to, yeah, have something at least that looks good. This one will have an icon as well, and this should be something like support. There we go. And there's not a line underneath this one. I'll disable that as well. And the logo is actually, their logo is actually bigger. And I should probably scale that here as well. Um, there we go. Just making sure that everything is placed neatly and correctly. There we go. And Peter, thank you for letting me know the audio wasn't working. It should be fixed now, so thanks for that. So I just want to see the text color. So if I would use the neutral warmest 950, that's pretty, seems pretty okay. And then maybe for the icons, we can do I should probably do an icon color in the variables. So I will go back here and say create variable color, and we'll call it icon active or something, primary active. It's called primary for now. And we will say that this will be the neutral. Let's go with 800, see how that goes. So this would be icon primary. It looks a little bit too light, so I'm just gonna turn it up one punch. There we go. I want to remove some spacing here. I think this one is a bit too much apart. Looks a bit better. And this one has a search icon in the end. So I will have a input icon right. This should be a search icon. Search icon. That's the bada bing bada boom. Icon color as well. And it's starting to look like something. Pretty good. So this should be a probably a semi-bold, I think. Just this. No, this is a bold. Right. Font. Weight 600. Interesting. All right. Well, let's make everything then to semi-bold. And we'll definitely need to change those text colors, because if I'll use these neutrals, I think I'll be in trouble with contrast. It seems to be okay for now. I think it's too bold personally, so I can do what I want. Let's go 800, and these should all be... It's kind of interesting that these are smaller icons. I think we can get away with 24 here. And this should be a check. It's the simple check. And we'll do neutral. Oh, icon. Wow. And I want to reduce the spacing. Get the check. Oh, that's too much. Get this one a bit closer. And or a bit more distance. Let's say 8. 8. A in Q. And instead of just changing them all, let's just oh yeah, duplicate. No, duplicate. Hug. There we go. And it's beginning to take shape. Pretty happy so far. I can leave that icon there, I would say. Or should I? All right, all right. Here, we even have a crown icon. How cool is that for King's Day? King's Day 2024, get ready, people. Dutch national holiday. Gonna party. And yeah, what do you think so far? Not too bad for a beginning, right? I do think that the padding inside this thing is a bit icky. Maybe do a bit more horizontal padding. Looks a bit better. And yeah, I know these should be a bit more thick. So let's see. Medium. That looks pretty good already. Cool. So I'll stream for 1 more hour. So it's now almost 3 o'clock. I'll keep on going until 4 before I also call it a day. And just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Super happy that you're here. If you have any questions, let me know, because I am still trying to keep an eye on the chat and the messages, even though even though I'm not the fastest in replying. Still super happy that you're here. And I think we're still trying to trucking away the chat. It's quite a pain to keep track of the comments and the events. So I try to have things open. I see Wout also joined in. Thank you, Wout. Happy that you're here. I will also share a link with a few people for those who want to hang out. Let's see if we can spice it up a bit. And yeah, I'm pretty happy, to be honest, that it's even working. Because I was already looking at Restream or other tools to do multi-platform streaming. And yeah, it was looking like another costly investment to do this. But with the help of Chris, I was able to get this thing rolling. So pretty happy. And yeah, let's keep on trucking. So I'm actually looking for something like this. Or maybe let me just go real back to the e-commerce section real quick. And that's something like this, but that one doesn't have a scroll. So maybe my best is just to manually add these bad boys, which is not a problem. I think. Dun dun dun. Okay, this is gonna be crazy. Let's see. Just want this row underneath. So if I go back to this one, I should see here, this is the product totally. This is the sliders. These are the buttons. This is the image, and I should detach it, of course. And this is 16. This is going to be fun. 245, 245. Not too bad, if I say so myself. All right. Those are pictures I should not be using. So what would be a nice place to find business card images? Well, maybe I can just go with a plugin for Unsplash. Maybe. Business cards. Let's see if this helps. And we have some pictures. To match it, I could probably get rid of these borders as well. I heard a pling, I heard a message. Okay. I will get rid of, well, strokes, they are kind of nice, but maybe that's a bit too much. So what if we do a very border primary, border secondary? To just have like a subtle thingy. And for the icons, Once again, using the same icon color. Probably easy to replace this to... Oh, this is interesting. Here they broke apart the icon symbol. I'll be lazy and leave it with that. And let's see. This one should be orange. So this would be brand 700. And, well, don't have that, but maybe what I can do is grab an icon and place it inside. The icon is 24, which is perfect. And instead of search, it should be a zoom. Wow. And let's make the zoom orange, or at least in the brand 700. Just want to make sure that it's positioned normally, but it's kind of... It's not centered, right? No. But why? Why are you not centered? I'll look into that later, but this looks fine. These should be quite a bit bigger, so we'll move these to 20, 24 maybe? Or would that be too much? I would say it's too much, but it is something they work with. Cool. And I need a yellow, so I'll see if these are properly set up. These are super yellow. Oh my. FD0. Okay, well, sure, why not? Brand colors, primitive. Or wait, maybe it should be icon. And let's add a star rating. And it was FD0. So this would be star rating. Ouch, kind of hurts my eyes, but here we are. I can get rid of this. I could create a new frame here and paste it in there, but the frame should be... no. Come on, play nice with me today on this level. Yeah, cool. So let's put it there, and it should be, let's see, 80, 64. Oh, this should be auto layout. 80, 64, and what was vertical? 16. Something like that. Cool. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This one doesn't need that much top margin, so I will actually reduce this to, let's say 6. No, that doesn't feel right. 40. It's kind of interesting because the spacing here also isn't equal. But It is like one bump. It's 24, right? Yeah, 1624. 1624 should be 8. No, let's just then do it like that and go all in. And getting closer. So what's actually going on in this page is that it's a configurator. So as you can see, whenever you're creating a business card, there's quite a few choices that you need to make. And yeah, what are these? These are expandable, collapsible panels. These are tabs. And yeah, that's what we need. So let's go steal that from somewhere. For example, here. And this one is already broken apart. But here we go. Fill container. Let's see what's that thing sticking out. Fill container. It's actually a separate line, so I don't think I want to use that because it's a divider. So it's actually this thingy here that we're working with. So this is the item itself. I'm gonna give it a fill. Let's say neutral something. 25, maybe 100. Whoa, 50. Okay, 50. And the border, neutral 100. Nope, darker. I'm not too happy about the neutral colors, to be honest. And let's give it some radius and some padding and it'll look a lot better. 4 and 16. Much better. This is huge though. That's what she said. I don't like it. So we're gonna make this smaller, one size, and make it medium. Gonna reduce the vertical padding, something like that, which is already a bit better. And there's actually one thing that I need to sort out because it should be 4. No, it can be 8. Don't like the way this is looking. That's about right, but maybe the chevron, well, it could be smaller, but I guess it's fine. It should be the icon color. Cool. Get rid of this, maybe. This is probably a smaller heading. So let's do H6. Put this a bit closer. 8. Still too far away. So it's either 0 or 4. 0 too close, 0 is fine. And we'll do the font color later. Let's make this one bit bigger, normal. And let's just do beoordelingen. Cool. And copy paste. Materiaal. Weight. Print. And corners. And that's our setup, more or less. So we'll bring this together. like that. And we'll break this apart for now. So actually this tab could be this stuff. Okay, let's just move this for now, put it elsewhere, and see if we can find a small tab, which would probably have somewhere in the featured section. Which one was it again? That's why I really enjoy the Relume website. Tabs. Yes, but I'm actually looking for that within a section. What's all this? This is useful for later on, but it's not what I'm looking for right now. But I will store this because you never know. Everybody's still here? Seems that there are still people, luckily on YouTube. From Figma to Webflow is like copy paste or select the components and recreate the page. From Figma to Webflow. Yeah, there's a few different ways of going about. You can of course say, well, I want to use the site builder from Relume, which is super cool. I'll show you real quick. Let's see, site builder. So for example, this would be the site builder, which you can use to build the sitemap of your website. And if you would be able to say, well, you know what, this works fine, I want to switch to a wireframe, it can actually create the wireframes with selecting certain components already. And you can, of course, still change the components. You can pick whatever component you like, but you can sync this directly to Webflow. But keep in mind, these are just like these very skeleton wireframey components. So there's zero design done to it. But in my opinion, they're great starting points. So the idea really is, how would you like to work? Me personally, I think this is a great way to first strategically build out your sitemap to define, well, what pages do we need, what components do we need, what needs to be in it. And you can move this to Webflow, but then you haven't done any design. So I personally prefer to set this up first, recreate it in Figma. And yes, you can export this to Figma as well. There's a Figma plugin which would allow you to import this and even still have them as components, but you would still need to do the design. So whatever way you prefer. And Fast Gaming, thanks for your question as well. Is this a client project? It is not a client project. This is some prep work that I'm doing for a YouTube video that I'm recording next week. So I'm just preparing this because I want to create a video about A/B testing. So I will build this page in Webflow as well. And I will show people how to A/B test, which is super fun, cool, exciting stuff. But so far, this compared to, let me just close this one because it's driving me mad. This, well, it's not a one-on-one copy. The pictures are a lot smaller. This one is a bit bigger. I have a bit more spacing in the middle. Could reduce that probably a bit. -16. And yeah, the question is really, how do you want to go with this? How far do you want to go? How big does it need to be? But anyway, for what we're doing right now, it's fine. So I was still looking for tabs. That was what I was doing. Well, I do really appreciate the questions, by the way. So if you do have any questions, feel free to shout them out and I will try to answer them in a timely manner. Do we have some tabs here? For the life of me, I can't figure out why I'm having such a hard time finding something with tabs. It's always one of those things when you're on stream and you're trying to find that one thing that you were looking for, you don't come across that clever. Let's see, there's also Chris, jongen. Where are the tabs? I need tabs in my life. Tabs. We need to keep tabs on them. And I can't find it anywhere. Oh wait, I did. Tabs. In the pricing page. There we go. So, what did I need tabs for again? Anyone else, or is that just me? Okay, so this is a tab, and I want two tabs. One is active, one is not. Productinformatie, aanleveren, info. This is brand 700. Oh, but it's actually white with a stroke. 0222. Brand 700. All right, I'm just gonna wait 1 second. I will be right back. Yes, 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 yes. Here we are. Let's see, put this into this and this can go. Are we still on track? Yes. It is kind of interesting because it needs to be a certain width. And I could just say, how wide is this? 616. Oh, nailed it. And then we kind of have to take it from there, I guess. Maybe create an auto layout in here. Then underneath the tabs, do some copy. We need some normal text here as well. Maybe a bit smaller, like that. And paste. And bada bing, bada boom. Right, so let's style this a bit. The tab information, these are actually one size bigger, a bit more bold. Text color for this should be the primary. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but yeah, let's just not link it to the button then. And let's round these borders a bit. So this could be 4. Only on the top, please. You can do the cool iOS corner smoothing to have like these yummy borders, which is super nice. And let's make it a bit more, let's see, 16. Would look right. It's kind of squarish. It's not bad per se. But you know what? Let's do something funky. Let's say 20 from top and 12 from bottom. There we go. And these borders should be the grayish. But then what is that? Is that a neutral? And we need to do something about the spacing for this to make that work. But then I do want this one. Yeah, to be on top. But that's a bit tricky because the order is being decided by that layer, but this one is always higher. So let's see. Let's not do the negative spacing because it is kind of hacky, perhaps. And let's just say that this one maybe on the left side doesn't have a border. Just kind of weird. And let's say the top and yes. It's kind of weird when the left one doesn't have a border, but then again, it kind of works in a way. It's weird. Let's see if we can get away with that twice. I don't hate it. And if I don't hate it, it's good enough. What I do hate is that this doesn't fall on one line. So I want to group this, have, it should be one bigger, but I can do what I want. There we go. Don't really like the line height of this though. So maybe I'm gonna change that. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't say this would be at 150%. So that would be 27. This feels a bit too much maybe. 28. So we have a nice little list here. And here we go. This is a nice little list. I do like the spacing there, but don't like the spacing here. So this should be maybe 16. Let's do 20. Let's do an enter here. Uh, yes. Hmm. how would I go about? Let's see, neutral 100, neutral 100, fill container, height 1, and place this at the bottom. Look at that. It should only be 2, but almost nailed it. What do you think? Cool. So I think, to be honest, this is already good enough for the A/B test. And I know everything here is on the left side because there are some scary options in here. So if I would do this, 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 this is what will happen. And that is why everything on the left has this width. Now, what I do think, to be honest, if you're going through this and you're focusing on this table, you don't really need this information anymore, right? If I would be going through the configuration of this product, I would feel fairly certain, or while I'm configuring, I might want to look something up like this. But when I'm at the pricing point, I think I would be perfectly fine just focusing on the table. So maybe that should be somewhere here, whenever it's filled in. All right, well, for now, let's just, leave it out. Yeah, I want to do font colors. I need like the neutral wasn't, yeah, I think it's kind of messy that you have this warm neutral. So if I would say neutral 950, and if I would make this neutral 900, and that's already way too light for normal body text. So you need a good dark gray, or you need to do every text in the 950 because that's like the absolute minimum. Geo logo. Can I just easily find that? SVG, beautiful. Here we go. Copy to Figma. And let's see. Detach. Paste. Vertically center this. And I actually noticed that the Keo logo is too high, too tall. So it's 35, while all my other items were 24. So I would probably have to reduce this by 11, which is a weird number. I can do 12, which would be this. But I think this is fine as well. 53, 51. You know what? I'm actually going to do this because now these are the same size, which is nice. And yeah, I think this is what I need for now. If there are any questions, this is the time to ask because I'm about to call it a day. Oh, sorry about that. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope this was useful to you. So we went over creating the style guide, changing all the logos in Relume real fast. We added a bunch of color variables. So we added the primitives for the brand. Wow, that's annoying. Primitives. So we added the brand colors and we added a neutral, which is actually a warm neutral. And we still need a text color. So we need one different neutral, which is actually more suitable for text. I will get on that another time. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope you found it useful. It was a lot of fun to be doing. And keep your eyes open for next week's YouTube video, because I will actually be building this into Webflow, and we'll check on how we can A/B test this. So now that Google Optimize is out of the picture, we need new tools to make sure that we can properly A/B test. And there are a couple of market leaders which are extremely expensive. And I think I found one of the tools that's fairly accessible and will make our lives easier. So thank you once again. It was a lot of fun doing this with you. And if you have any questions, connect with me on LinkedIn. So my name is Philip Wallage. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it in my channel name. Just hit me up on LinkedIn, ask me any question that you have, and I look forward to getting in touch with you. If you also are in need of any digital design work, feel free to connect with me. Check out btng.studio. I offer a subscription service in which I'm offering world-class UX design for a flat fee every month. And it's a lot of fun to work with this way with clients, so people can create their own tasks or have a weekly meeting with me in which I'll do a bit of support work in managing and creating their work. And this way we're working towards amazing digital products that generates results that click. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.